Man, take a look at this. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous looking? Whether you do it on the flat shell or in the curved shell, tacos are just fantastic. And you're going to learn some wonderful new ingredients and a fantastic way of making homemade tacos, shell and all. Well, hello! Welcome back to Texas Cooking Today. Hey, on this episode we're going to be making some tacos. Now, the thing about tacos, they're delicious, but you got to have fresh ingredients. I'm going to show you how to make your own taco shells. I'm going to show you how to season the meat just right. And I'm going to show you some fresh new ingredients to use that maybe you hadn't considered before. So I'll tell you what, come over this way. Let me show you all of these wonderful goodies that we're going to be cooking with, and I'll show you how to make some of the best tacos you've ever tasted in your life. Now, when it comes to tacos, you need to start by choosing a protein. And this time we're going to be going with beef. And in this case, I have chosen a beautiful cut of chuck. And the reason I didn't buy ground chuck is I want to be able to remove some of that fat and get more of just that beef flavor. But the beautiful thing about chuck is it has enough intermuscular fat with that meat that it comes out to be a very good quality grind. So it's super for tacos. Okay, now all of our other ingredients over here, of course, we have some corn tortillas here, and I'm going to show you how to make your own taco shells with these. We're going to cook up both some taco shells and probably some tostada flats. Now, our other ingredients, let me move the beverage of choice off to the side for a moment. For seasoning our meat, I have cumin, cayenne, paprika, oregano, and a little bit of salt. It's going to be important to get the right combination of those seasonings. You want the right amount of each one, and I'm going to show you a great way to apply those that'll even that out for you. On our other vegetables over here, I have a variety of artisan lettuces. Now, these are just little lettuce heads that you can purchase these days at the grocery store, all kinds of different ones. These make some nice greens to go into tacos. So if you're looking for lettuce, you might try something unique and different. Plus these pull in a lot more color. Now over here I have some cilantro. Cilantro is very, very tasty when it comes to tacos. That bitter element that it provides just sets off so many of the other ingredients so very well. Another bitter element that works really well are these small green onions. When these are chopped up and added to taco, they really bring out a sharp bitter flavor that is fantastic and a real oniony flavor that's really good in a taco. Now, if you don't like that real strong onion flavor, you can go to the other end of the spectrum, something like this. Now, this is a shallot. Now, you might say, hey, that's French. But guess what? It's a member of the onion family. It's a fresh vegetable, and it's going to work fine in these. And it makes a very light oniony flavor, plus a little bit of that purple-pink color that's in it. It's beautiful. Now, tomatoes always wonderful. This time I have chosen these nice little grape tomatoes for this. And I'm just going to cross-cut those into some little rings. It'll make for a more interesting appearance, and the bright color is wonderful. You can go with any kind of peppers or chilies in a taco that you want. I have here some sweet peppers. These are going to work good. You can use jalapenos, serranos, chopped up poblano, whatever you want. Peppers go wonderful inside of a taco. Now, back here, avocado. Avocado is just flat delicious when it comes to tacos, guys. Give this a try if you haven't done it yet. Avocado is wonderful. You can use guacamole in your taco or on a tostado. It works really well. Some queso, some cheese, excellent idea. Now, if you want, you can get a Mexican cheese like a queso fresco, and that is what they mean by fresh cheese. And the fresh cheese that is queso fresco, the Mexican cheese, is much like a hard version, you might say, of ricotta. Imagine ricotta that had all the moisture pressed out, you know, the rest of the whey pressed out of it and firmed up. It's very much what you get when you get queso fresco in a Hispanic market. So wonderful choice. These are just a few of some of the ingredients that you can use. You can use like regular lettuce, you can use regular onions, you can use anything that you want that's a nice fresh vegetable down in these tacos. So go with the flavors that you enjoy. Here I have a wide variety of goodies, and I'm going to throw these together in a variety of different ways. Plus my neighbors are going to love this. They usually get the extra. Now, if you have a meat grinder, it's a great way to go to grind up your own meat, and that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to cut out some of this fat and we're going to grind that up. Now that's what I'll be jumping into next, along with cooking up our taco shells. Alright, I'm ready to work on this meat and get it ground up. Now if you think I'm being a bit picky by grinding my own meat, well, yeah, I am. But at least this way I know exactly what is in that ground meat. When you buy a package of meat that's pre-ground, you don't have a clue. You're just kind of relying and hoping that the butcher was being honest. Alright, let's get down to doing a little bit of grinding here. Okay, we have set up a pot with some oil in it. Now I have about 3/4 of an inch of peanut oil in this. I'm bringing it up in temperature to 300 to 325 degrees, right in that bracket. And I'll tell you what, when it comes to how to cook your taco shells, frying it produces that light, crispy crunch that you get like in corn chips or tortilla chips. That light crunch that you get from that in the bag type of chip. My oil temperature is now coming up over 300 degrees. So I'm going to drop one of these in here. I've been heating this on a medium high, and I'm going to reduce this down to medium. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. After about 20 seconds, just flip him in half, just like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After about 10 seconds, flip it over and push it down just slightly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now with the tip of your tongs, here's where it kind of gets tricky. Just open up that taco shell, just like so. There we go. Now I got him. Push it down. And see how I can open that up a little bit. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to wait until that bubbling slows down. And you want to keep your hand on the tongs, otherwise they can pop open and splatter oil outward. You don't want that happening. That's not a happy moment, okay? If I want to do just a tostada, very simple. It's the same rule except you don't fold it. 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Flip him. Press it down just gently. And don't push it under the oil. Just hold it kind of level with the surface. That's all you have to do. What I'm doing is setting the shape right now. I'm pressing down under the oil if I want, because it's starting to firm up. There it is. Shape is set. I just have to let it finish slowing down on the cooking, flip it over and cook it on the other side, and it will be beautiful and golden like my taco shells. Now I have gone ahead on that shallot and peeled that outer paper off, and often they grow like this in pairs. That's very normal. I'm going to remove the tip, set it on that flat side so it doesn't roll. Leave the root intact, okay? And on this, I'm just going to make very thin slices. The tomatoes, simple enough. On these, I just want little tiny slices. Okay, now, these, simple enough. We're just going to, again, make some very thin cuts. There we have it. Beautiful blend of sweet peppers. Very tasty. And there, our vegetables are for the most part processed. Now if you want to make life a little easier for your guest and go ahead and pluck some of the leaves off of things like your cilantro, that's a nice thing to do so they don't have to mess with these stems themselves. These lettuces, I'm going to leave them just as they are and put them in a bowl. Pull back that, it'll pop right off. That's your stem. If it's light in color underneath, that means it's still fresh. Not always is that a perfect indicator. Sometimes there's bruising underneath, okay? You never know what you're going to find when you cut into one of these. Gently rotate your knife around it, like so. Give it a twist and watch it pop open. Isn't that beautiful? Now to remove the rest of the pit, take your knife, pinch it like I told you earlier, and very gently drive it into the pit, okay? Give it a twist. Goodness, there we go. And it came out. Sometimes they'll fight you about that, but you just got to be more determined than the avocado. Now, if I want, a couple of different ways I can do this. I can make a little slice and just peel back this outer skin to expose all of the meat underneath. Neat way of doing it. Okay, that allows me to then very easily slice my avocado. There. Now, beautiful slices of avocado. Makes a lovely presentation like that also. I reduced my temperature to medium-high. Lightly with your salt. Maybe a 3/4 of a teaspoon. Cayenne. Don't use too much cayenne or it'll get way too hot. Just a light dusting. Cumin. Cumin can be overpowering. So don't use too much of it, the same way you did with that cayenne. Oregano. A good Mexican oregano is best for this. And the Mexican oregano is nice. It's a little more pungent in its flavor than its Mediterranean version, that which the French would call marjoram. And paprika. Paprika has very little heat to it, so you can just feel free to enjoy it. Now put on maybe a teaspoon of the paprika and about a half a teaspoon of the other ingredients. Alright, I have a good cook on this meat now. It's still nice and moist, as we can see in the bottom of the pan here. It's fully cooked all the way through. Nice and loose, crumbly. So, I can turn off the heat. Any residual heat in the pan will finish up anything else I need there. We're ready to make tacos. And there it is, folks. This is a taco meal fit for a king. Okay? Now, let's just take one of our taco shells. I'm going to dash a little bit of that meat down in there. Beautiful looking. It's not too greasy, just the right amount of fat. Get in there. Now, I like to kind of do all kinds of different things when it comes to tacos. And sometimes I just go way out of the way to be really, really extraordinary different. So, I'm going to do that on this one. I'll put in a little bit. I want to get that smaller outside portion if I can. Come on. There it is. A little bit of avocado. Goodness me. I'm being a little bit jittery today. Now what next? Cilantro. I love cilantro. And it goes really good in something like this. So, next thing, a little bit of onion. Yes. And some of those tomatoes. Folks, by anyone's standards, that's a taco fit for a king right there. I think I need another one. Something every bit as unique, but not the same. I like to mix things up a little bit. There we go. Meat filling. This time I think I want to go on with some of those sweet peppers. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. And again, I like that onion. Some tomato. And a little bit of cheese. Beautiful. Now I'm going to show you a neat little trick with these. Let me start with a little bit of this avocado dip. This is simple guacamole. And you can look up guacamole on my show. I'll have a wonderful video for this. It's easy to make. You want to spread it on the top. Sprinkle some of that beef over the top of that. Just letting the excess flop off of it. See how I'm holding it at an angle? Now, all I have to do is dress it up however I want it. Now, let's see. What do I want on this one? Oh, goody, goody. I'm going to go with the avocado again. Alright. 2 beautiful slices of that. Some more of our cilantro. See, will I do green onions on this one too? No. How about I step way outside of it and go with some of that shallot? Yes. Extra yummy. So I'll tell you what, next time you're doing a get-together and you want to do tacos, think about this. Think about what we've done here. And consider doing something like this for yourself. Remember, be versatile with those ingredients. Lots and lots of really good fresh ingredients. That's just working my nerves. Lots of fresh ingredients are the way to go with this, okay? Tastes good, looks good, and it is good. There we go. And yes, just a little cheese on top. Alright, there we have it. Now I just need to clean up my plating a little bit. And that's ready to be served. Look at that. That was simple, wasn't it? Okay, I know it's a lot of cutting and stuff. However, the results are going to have friends and family talking about your tacos for a long time to come. This right here, delicious. Absolutely delicious. Look at this. Gorgeous tacos. All of the color. It's like a celebration on a plate. And like I said, the important thing about tacos, they need to be fresh. I mean, shell and all. The freshness of the ingredients just pops. Seasoning in the meat's perfect. Not overwhelming, just wonderful. All of those ingredients just exploding in my mouth. The crispness of the shell and its flavor, it's so much better than those taco shells you get in the box. It's so delightful. Please give this recipe a shot. And thank you. Hang on. There we go. Thank you for watching Texas Cooking Today. Thank you to my subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed, well, goodness, please do. I've got a lot of really good recipes. Folks, you enjoy these tacos and you have a good day. Thank you for watching Texas Cooking Today, the show where you can get great recipes and the best techniques are taught. Please subscribe to Texas Cooking Today, where you will always find something hot and ready to eat.